My name's Fergus Bogue. I'm here with my friend Gerald McNamara from Tulla in Custy's music shop here in Ennis. We have a new CD out with my sister Mairead and with Jerry McMahon on the guitar from Fermanagh. And the proceeds of the CD are going to charity, so it's for a good cause, and make sure to come in and buy an album there. John has it for sale here in Custy's, and I suppose we're going to play a jig and two reels. The first jig I learned from the playing of Ned Kelly and his composition of Richard Dwyer's, and the reels are the New Found Out and into three-part version of the Galway Rambler I learned from Brian Rooney. So we'll give it a go on here.
God, that's powerful stuff. Okay. Listen, thanks Fergus for tearing yourself away from the grasps of Tulla. I know you're out there at the Canuck Festival. I met you briefly last night, and I was listening to Danny Mahoney last night, and you mentioned Finbar Dwyer, I think.
Yeah.
What kind of accordion players would be wow for you? Give me an idea of who your gods are as accordion players.
We were at Danny O'Mahony concert last night, and it was the best. It was the best. It was one of the best, if not the best I ever heard now. And I like my teacher Aileen Gagan gave me a great start, and she's a terrific player. And I like the likes of Darren Breslin and Oliver Livney. And them as well. Them lads are great players there. Yeah.
Yeah, you're from Cavan. Is it near Cavan Town?
Right. Ballinya there.
Oh, Ballinya.
That's right. Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure about association of accordion with Cavan, but you'd have Darren Breslin and his likes in Fermanagh. You'd have the Longford Brigade, which isn't too far from you.
Yeah.
What's his name? The lad of the Carberries.
Oh, that's right, Peter Carberry.
Peter Carberry. So you'd have a lot of accordion players around that area. Was there a history of accordion playing in your area when you were growing up, or how did you?
Basically, my father always had an interest in accordion playing, and Vincey Tighe was a really, really great ambassador for traditional playing in our area, and he really laid down a great foundation of traditional music in Cavan. And then I suppose we wouldn't be far from Fermanagh or that, and we'd have met up with Darren Breslin and all them over the years, and had great sessions with them there. Fermanagh's great accordion county there too.
Massive, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And how would you have, apart from your original teacher, how would you have contributed into competition kind of thing, flags, or was it just throw yourself into sessions?
No, basically, my mother was teaching in secondary school, and Aileen was a pupil of my mother's. And Mammy heard her playing the accordion, and she said, "Oh, can we send our young lad out to you?" So I started we were the Gagan's first music students there. But they done a lot of teaching afterwards there.
Good.
And no, they were brilliant when we were growing up, and we were at sessions, and we played in flats and all that over the years. The Gagans ran Cayley bands there, and the sessions and all that, and festivals and that are what I'm really into there, yeah.
Fantastic. Now I know the Fla, you were in the senior last year, and you were just pipped at the post, was it?
That's right, yeah, against Colm Slattery, and I was runner up a few times in the senior, and there were some great accordion players won it there. But
yeah, fantastic accordion players. Now I suppose the connection with Colm Slattery and the Dark Forces of East Clare is the Canuck na Gaoithe Cayley band. How did you come to dip your foot in those waters?
Well, I was very, very friendly with Colm there. I met him there, and geez, we were great friends. And I came down to Cork to work in Moore Park with Chagas there, and I was playing with Grode and them and Amy and the McNamara family at festivals there. And basically they were asking, "Do you want to come to such and such a session?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, sure, I'll go on my way down from Cork or Cavan to Cork." And basically I ended up playing like load of sessions, and then when the vacancy for the Cayley band came up, I was like, "Oh, geez, this would be great tunes now for the summer." Yeah.
And then you travelled to the southern hemisphere with them, and that's we'd say the genesis of the album, really, is it?
We went to South Africa there, and we were playing music around St Patrick's Day, and it was an absolutely brilliant experience now. And we visited an orphanage there, and it was sad enough there. There was babies like you'd say abandoned in maize fields, totally dehydrated, and they'd pick up these children and they'd nourish them, give them a home and teach them basic things like how to use a knife and fork and that kind of thing. And there was a family there, they were amazing there running the orphanage, and I said, might as well try and give something back to them. And with the way the currency is over there, if I raise a bit of money here, it could mean an awful lot to them over
just
there.
Magnifies, yeah.
That's right, yeah. The cost of living is fairly low over there, so I'll be hoping I can make a bit of a difference for them.
I'm sure you will. And will you go back there again, or is it on the Garrod?
Don't know. Hopefully.
That depends on your tour manager, Breda, does it?
That's right, yeah.
Garrod, you're an accordion player too, of note.
Yeah. Giving a tune, Garrod.
Yeah. How do you rate this character?
Oh, serious player. Yeah, great lively player. Yeah. My father is a big fan.
All right, and I tell you, no better man, no better judge.
The church likes your music, you're doing well. So.
So you've been accepted into the fold.
Yeah. I don't know now.
Okay,
I have to put up with it now anyway.
All right. And were you involved in any other Cayley bands, senior Cayley bands, before you landed with the lads?
First time I played with the Canuck na Gaoithe band last year. we got third in All Ireland. It was the first time I was ever at a Cayley band competition.
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Wow.
So
But
geez,
you,
it was,
but you had been, yeah, you had been at, you had done individual kind of accordion
I
right
was
up.
at the underage and all that.
Yeah.
I went to a lot of competitions, but I never made my way to the Cayley band for some reason or other over the years there. So
All right.
now I'm kind of following the whole band scene and that now. Something I was never really into before now.
Yeah. So there's no hope for you.
Huh? I
There's
don't
no-
know. That's it. I'm hooked on it now.
All right. Okay. And listen, just with the flag kind of thing, it's a totally different scenario. But will you try that next year again, or is it? I'm sure it doesn't consume you because you don't
No.
feel like a person who's consumed
Sure,
by
might
it.
as well give it a go anyway now. It's good for practice and all that. And
Yeah.
sure, like it's not the be all and end all. And you go and give it a go. And sure,
Sure.
if you're lucky enough to win something great, and if you don't, you go back and play
Sure.
a few tunes
That's it.
and keep going anyway.
Yeah, yeah, because it's a phenomenal competition. I'd never realised until I saw it up in Sligo, the extent of the numbers that go to watch that individual competition.
Oh yeah, it's crazy really.
Are you nervous?
Sure, not really there.
Not really.
You have your good days and your bad days, but normally you just go up and batter out a few tunes and that's it. Whatever happens, happens.
Okay, that sounds good. Listen, I appreciate you coming in today as a tearing yourself from great music and Connacht Festival. So best of luck, and I hope the album sells a treat and it transfers over to South Africa and
Thanks.
something really positive.
Thanks very much, John.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Fergus. Thanks,
John,
Road.
and thanks, Road.